Drop dimes, hit routes, so yeah, we on the move. From the paint to the pocket, got nothing to prove. Precision in the pass, rhythm in the run. Every play, every day, till the work is done. Yeah. Step on the field, I'm reading the D. Eyes wide open, ain't fooling me. Pump fake, sidestep. I'm breaking the press from baseline to sideline. I'm bringing my best. Snap back, quick glance. I'm calling the play. Hoop dreams and touchdowns. I'm making my way. No look behind the back. Fred in the scene. Every angle, every shout. I'm chasing a dream. Drop times, hit routes in the deep, no doubt. From the field to the hardwood, hear the crowd shout. Pass it, dish it, through traffic. We find.
What is up, everybody? Appreciate you for tuning in. Looks like Facebook's having some issues, trying to figure that out. But we're here, back on another episode. Jory will be coming in a few minutes. It's the first episode of 2026, so you obviously know we got to do something special. So we're going to do, as you can see on the rundown, we're going to talk some NBA, some guys who, I guess, them and their coaches, sideline, that kind of stuff, some rumblings or whatever. We'll discuss that. We're going to look at the playoff picture with it being week 18. We kind of know the playoff teams, but there is still some stuff to be determined in terms of seeding and everything. We'll go through that. And then we're going to do some resolutions. Everybody else does them. We're doing some sports ones. So we'll have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, so before we get into it, Key, always in the building. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Happy New Year to everybody watching. What is up? Should be a fun show today. So let's get it started.
All right. Let's see. So I can fix this Facebook thing really quickly.
You know what I think it was? I think Facebook going to give you like a 10-minute window, but it's still you still should be able to do something.
Okay. Let's see. I think it's fixing it. All right. I think we're good now.
Like we good.
All right. So welcome, Facebook audience. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the first topic, which is LeBron and JJ. Now, this is a interesting. Okay, it looks like Facebook just went away again. All right. Well, we'll just talk to YouTube today.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's from our end. It's still saying it's connected.
Oh, okay, because it's showing me like it's not, and then I'm looking at the Facebook.
Yeah, StreamYard has it connected. StreamYard has it connected.
Yeah, well, the Facebook page is not streaming there.
Okay, there you go. I see it now.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep trying to figure it out. But LeBron, JJ, LeBron was out. Team was playing really well. LeBron's come back. The team just hasn't looked the same. JJ has gone on and said the offense just is a lot of empty possessions. Now that LeBron's come back, the stats show that the offense in December was 15th. The defense was 29th, which that's a whole other problem that the Lakers are having to deal with. So I said empty possessions. Actually, Reddick's quote was too many random possessions. That's on me. It's those three things: defensive clarity, role clarity, and offensive organization. So the offense isn't as organized since LeBron has come back. The offensive rating, 117. The defensive rating, 120. I believe that's when LeBron wasn't playing. Now it's currently 120 as an offensive rating, and the defensive rating is somewhat similar. So I guess looking at everything, like how much of a problem is it necessarily the correlation between LeBron coming back, or is it just maybe a Laker-wide problem where maybe some guys just aren't playing as well? Like, is LeBron the problem? Is JJ the problem? What is the problem with the Lakers right now?
LeBron The Lakers were fine without LeBron. Let's be real. When LeBron was hurt, seemed like they was flowing better. Seemed like they was gelling together without LeBron. Luka was there. Austin Reeves was going off, and then as soon as LeBron comes back, that's when all the foolishness began. Like, I get it. You in the league for 22 years. You are the leading scorer in the NBA of all time. I understand all this, but at the same time, you still gotta listen to your coach. JJ was a great pickup in my opinion for the Lakers. Great basketball mind. Period. Great IQ. Like I said, he was my favorite Sixer when he was on the team. So he has all the knowledge in the world. But whenever JJ was trying to tell LeBron, and it's straight up ignoring. I like that. So LeBron's a problem.
Welcome in, Jory. Can you hear us, Jory? No.
It's an echo.
I think it's just the connector headphones. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, it's a problem. Like, I know they were cool. They had, they did a podcasting or whatever, but then that's all out the window. Look, JJ is still there to do a job. He is the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. You are still a professional. I don't care how many years you in, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 99 years. You still got to listen to your coach. And I just feel like the chemistry, since he's been back, I just feel like it's off. But I'm glad JJ finally stood up and said something. So maybe things can start. Can the roster be fixed? Yeah, I mean, you can fix that roster. So, but I'm just glad JJ said something. I just feel like once LeBron came back, things kind of went downhill from there. It went crazy. They were a contending team without him. So now I don't know what they're going to do now.
Well, welcome in, Jory. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
How that you loving this mess right now? So, like, I didn't say that. I am just a casual observer of the NBA when it comes to the Lakers. Yay! When it comes to the Lakers. Now, Jory is the Lakers. So be interesting to see her thoughts on this. But all right, Jory, jump in when you're ready. But I think what's going on is that I guess there's some adjustment, which might sound crazy because LeBron's been around forever. There needs to be some fitting in for a guy who has been around something years. And I think I agree with you, where JJ has a job to do. He's the head coach. JJ has a job to do. He's the head coach. You have power to call out his team when he needs to. Like, he has to be able to call out the shortcomings, and we're seeing them on the court. Defensively, rotations are slow. Help defense isn't there. Guys are getting to the rim. They're creating open shots. And that's now putting more pressure offensively, where that side of the ball, as JJ put it, too many random possessions where, I've seen possessions where, LeBron's kind of just off side of the play. Everything's happening around him. It's just no cohesion on that side of the ball. And look, that's a tough job for JJ, because we know when you deal with somebody with the kind of pull that LeBron has, whether it's with fans or analysts and all that, your performance is under a microscope, where there's going to be a lot of people, and you're seeing it, who won't blame LeBron necessarily for the play of the Lakers. They're putting it all on JJ. I find that hard to believe when JJ had the team playing so well, And then now all of a sudden, these issues are coming up. So I guess luckily, there's still plenty of time left in the season. What's up, Tapa? But the question needs to be asked: would it be beneficial for the Lakers to move on from LeBron, despite the PR hit you might take with people thinking you're crazy for trading away the quote unquote, to some people, GOAT? Look, they always said Father Time is undefeated. And this is not some, indictment on his career that he just isn't looking good right now. He's 40-something years old. It was expected. Like, I'm seeing some reports that I guess with this whole rift or whatever, LeBron and Bronny could be somewhere else in 2026. I feel like Tapa said, I don't know, Laker fans supposed to be crying about that? Like, I just feel like it's LeBron's holding on, maybe to get Bryce into the league and have that be a whole story. Like, it's okay for him to retire. He's done enough. He has done everything he can.
Shoot, Brian, I don't even think Bryce is playing right now. And he redshirted or something over there in Arizona. So I don't even think Bryce gonna come up.
Right. It seems like if LeBron wants to play with Bryce, it's probably at least 2 years away. True Lakers fans love Kobe, not LeBron. I agree. But that's the crazy thing. Laker fans and the LeBron fans who just migrated into Laker fans, there is a divide between them. So, Troy, this is your team.
Get that old ass man off my team and his bum ass son. He always keep clashing with my damn head coach. I'm tired of his balding ass. You always complaining about some shit, whether it's playing on Christmas or you're in plane or something. Now you're trying to send shots because you don't like the fact that JJ called you out. Oh, cry me a river and build a bridge and jump off that bitch. I'm tired of him.
They can go home to Cleveland. Cleveland's got their own problems.
They can go to Cuba for all I damn care.
Okay.
Like, I am Team JJ. Get this pretentious 40-year-old man. Get this pretentious 40-year-old old ass man off my roster, taking up a roster spot. Him and his nepo baby son who can't do shit. Like, both of them.
Okay.
I'm already frustrated because my laptop pissing me off. Don't get me started on these two.
I've always been told you. JJ was always my guy since he was in Philly. Love JJ.
He's not the problem. The problem is there's a top-heavy roster with an old-ass LeBron trying to be pretentious and undermine the head coach every single chance that he get. Because what's the point? Like, I'm really frustrated. It's frustrating because we've been good without him.
Mm-hmm.
And then here he comes, everybody want to get hurt, and then you just running around on the court, not doing shit on defense, letting people get easy ass buckets. Give me a fucking break. And you want to sit here and have all of this to say, trying to be slick.
Song so made of LeBron sampling Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror. I did not.
What a prima donna POS. I'm tired of him.
Absolutely, they're good.
And before he came back, we weren't that bad.
Y'all were good without him.
Mm-hmm.
We were better without him, and he realizes that. He's seeing it, and now he want to act out. Get his old bratty ass off my team. I am tired. Thank you for the championship. But for everything else that you done did, kick rocks and don't let the damn door hit you on the way out. I am so sick of LeBron. Retire. If you don't want to play on Christmas, retire. If you have arthritis and sciatica and everything is starting to get hurt every time, retire. You and Kevin Durant ashy ass need to retire. Like, I am tired.
I mean, at least Kevin not talking dirty about things. I mean, at least he going out there playing. basketball. He just don't lotion or shower or cut his hair. That's all.
Well, him and
Yeah,
Draymond.
KD's kind of been KD. Like LeBron, it's just the skills are eroding. I mean, I've seen possessions where he's taking threes that are just the minute it leaves his hand, you're like, there's no chance of that going in. He wasn't the greatest 3-point shooter, but at least the last few years, it was respectable. And then effort, which I know is the one thing that has to drive JJ up a wall. The offensive possessions where he just stands in the corner, doesn't do anything, or defensively, he's in a position to help, and he doesn't and allows a guy to go straight to the rim. That's the kind of stuff that, Steve Kerr would break one of those clipboards with. What he used to see Golden State do stuff like that, he'd punch it and then whatever. So I don't know how they fix this because I feel like they probably won't trade him. They're probably hoping that at the end of the year, maybe he's so frustrated he just goes, all right, I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm retiring. So they can just be done with him.
Do it in
So
the
I feel like
middle
for
of the
JJ, if
season.
LeBron's not there, he can actually have some type of control with the young guys.
Because he's messing up the damn chemistry. He is effing up the chemistry. And Tapa, you are absolutely right. He thinks he's the best thing in Lakers history. He really does. And I'm like, first of all, you are not going to sit here and try to erase or try to make yourself bigger than what Kobe and Shaq did. That is not what you're going to do. I'm not going to let your Frankenstein-headed ass do it. I'm not going to let his fans sit here and do it. No, absolutely not.
I feel like to pure Laker fans, the whole conversation like it's just him and Kobe. Doesn't he technically have to be behind Kareem,
Yes,
Magic,
yes.
guys who actually did a lot more in LA than he did?
Hell, he behind Pau Gasol in my eyes. The fuck?
Pau Gasol's kind of underrated. I'm not gonna lie. I used to hate him when he used to face the Celtics because he'd always kill us, but he's a good player.
Now you got this old ass. Oh, he makes me sick. Get him off my team. Him and his son. And Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt and a couple of others.
Every time I hear Vanderbilt, the amount of Laker fans when Vanderbilt was out was like, wait for Vanderbilt to come back. It's like Vanderbilt, not a great offensive player. Sure, he can rebound, but okay, so James Worthy. I forgot about him. James Worthy did a lot for the Lakers as well. Yankees and Lakers fans are similar. You will
Don't compare
find
me
them.
to those delusional bitches. No.
Well, I think Kerm's talking like the LeBron version of the Laker fans, because a lot of them you will find are probably like Yankees fans too. Isn't LeBron technically like a Yankees fan? Hasn't he worn Yankee hats before? But then
He's
And he a Dallas fan.
He's
Yeah.
a Yankee, Dodgers, Cleveland, Dallas fan.
he's only a Cleveland fan when the teams are actually good. Then you'll see him pop up. When they aren't,
Well, now
you don't see him.
now he's gonna pop up now because of Shador.
Right.
Mhm.
Do not compare me with no damn Yankees fan. I am not similar to a damn Yankee fan.
Right.
My championship was more recent than the damn Yankees.
Yes, that is true. Okay. Well, look, got the show kicked off right, talking about LeBron. Let's go to another player. Get a little bit of hot water for some antics. Anthony Edwards, who, in a game in Atlanta, they weren't playing well. Chris Finch did what a lot of coaches would do, pulled the starters to get the bench players in to try to find something. Ant wasn't happy with that and decided to throw his towel, walk off, didn't talk after the game either. Finch said that he would have liked Edwards to stay on the floor. Let's see, the timeout was 7 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game. They were down 109-80. So, yeah, Chris Finch was probably sitting there like, look, Hawks aren't that good. If we as the Wolves want to be a legit contender, these are games you can't be getting blown out. And obviously, Ant from Atlanta probably felt some type of way getting pulled when he probably has family and friends in the crowd. So I feel like with this one is pretty simple. We probably would side with Chris Finch that Ant, you need to do better. But
Be a professional.
okay.
We just had this same bullshit happen with Draymond storming removing himself from the court.
Mm-hmm.
Be a professional. We gonna get into Trae Young bald headed ass too, cause he the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Be professional, and I kind of sort of blame the Timberwolves because some of this red flag behavior has been displayed before, and they didn't nip it in the bud because it was kiki funny, kiki charisma. No, be professional. You're getting blown out. Whose fault is that? Yours.
Everybody's.
Yep.
Everybody's fault. So why are you storming off the court in the middle of a blowout? Because Chris Finch decided he wanted to pull you. You better be lucky you're not playing with Tibbs, because he would have left your ass in there. Or you're lucky you don't have somebody like Joe Mazzulla, that psychopath. Yeah. You got yourself into that in your situation, so play yourself out of it.
Mm-hmm. Although Mazzulla will do this too. He'll put all bench players in and then rip the starters as they're walking by.
Yep.
But that's where it comes into the type of athlete that you have. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, they're okay with that because they like that type of coaching. Anthony Edwards maybe has gotten to the point where he is the established star. He's in his hometown. Why would you embarrass him like that?
Nope. I'm gonna say what Shannon always says. If y'all watch Nightcap, Unc says this all the time. Don't be mad at what you doing to win, and then when you lose, don't be all butthurt about it.
Don't
you know why
they
did it? Because they were winning. Anthony Edwards was winning, being productive. But as soon as he's not being productive and he gets pulled, there's a whole attitude.
Mm-hmm.
So don't what you do in a win, you got to do the same thing in a loss.
Yep.
Yeah, and I kind of blame that on Minnesota because things like this have been kind of flagging. Not like a whole moment like this, but there's been little moments. There's been cracks where you can see they need to rein him in a little bit.
Yeah.
Be a professional.
Part of it, I can appreciate him wanting to stay in the game and wanting to play and all that. I can appreciate that. But to do it the way that he did, that's, upstaging your coach, a coach that's been there with you and has gotten you to, the places that you've been and hopefully where you're looking to go. And I think it does bring about the conversation about whether or not, well, not whether or not, but like how seriously should we take this Minnesota team? They've been to back-to-back conference finals, but they haven't been over the hump into the finals. Is the conference finals their ceiling? Are they good enough to be a finals team? Or are they missing something right now?
They're missing something. Maturity.
I mean, you do have veterans on there. Problem is, Mike Conley is a shell of himself. I don't know if I would count Rudy Gobert that much as like a veteran leader, but he is a vet. So I see what you're saying. I think they also need creator.
Mm-hmm. Other than Ant.
Yeah. They rely on Ant to do a lot of creation for other people.
They need to get Randall too much.
They need to get Randall in another contract year. That's when you get the best Randall, when he's playing for that contract.
So he just need to be playing on 1-year deals then.
Hey, these teams haven't gotten wise to that yet. Contract years, Randall turns into the greatest, undersized power forward you'll ever see.
Jesus Christ.
Look, it's hard not to like Gobert. I get it. he is somewhat consistent. When he's on the court, you know what you're gonna get, good or bad.
Gobert would be different if he had some type of offensive game to him. Maybe I
Yeah.
would. It's just something about him I cannot stand. How you soft and
Yeah.
He coughed
you
on
know
the damn microphones.
you
That's
know what's
enough reasons
bad.
not to like him.
You know what's
That
bad when
is true.
Anthony Edwards was like, "Oh, we got Gobert." That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I ask you the same thing, Key. Minnesota's been to back-to-back conference finals, haven't been to the finals. Is the conference finals the ceiling for this team, or do they have enough to make the finals and it's just about maybe the right path to get there? Great defensive player, offensively can't do.
He's not a needle mover.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, if they could find a really good number two, that would probably be a good benefit for Minnesota. I mean, I don't know who's necessarily out there. We know the trade market. We know the names that will be thrown out there. I don't know if any of them makes them any better.
Guess who has been talking to Minnesota?
Who?
Rich Paul. Come take the king. Get him. Get him.
That's also kind of an issue that I do have. LeBron's way, like I feel like LeBron has gotten into that space where I kind of said Harden got there like a couple of years ago, where Harden knows he doesn't have a ring. It wants to go to the place where it might be the easiest path to get there. I thought LeBron's if that's true and like Rich is trying to get LeBron to Minnesota, it would probably be because he feels like playing along with Ant, it would be whatever. If I'm Minnesota, I don't need that headache. Like
I'm
Ant
kind of
is one
spoiling
thing.
my final burn, but Rich Paul has been talking to the Mavericks, the Clippers, Minnesota, and some in Cleveland.
Because that's what it is now. It's probably going to turn into JJ or I need to go. I would hope Lakers would push back and say, well, we're not getting rid of JJ. And then LeBron goes, well, I'm putting in a trade request, which I know you would love.
Yes.
The LeBron Lakers section probably wouldn't like it, but it just seems like that's going to end up with a split somewhere. So I guess Rich Paul is doing his due diligence to see what the interest would be. My thing is, what would the Wolves give up, hypothetically, to go get LeBron? That the Lakers would want, number one. They're obviously not going to give up Ant, obviously. Would they use it to dump Rudy in some type of package?
Fuck no. F no. Excuse me. I've been trying to work on my language, but no.
I'm just like, look, Julius Randle, you're sending him back to LA? Why would LA want Randle's issues? Like, I just want to know, like, what kind of deal?
Randle and Ayton? I don't think that would work. That would be no spacing.
Yeah.
That would be dancing on my nerve.
That's what it's like. If they wanted to make something happen, like
the Lakers will want one of those younger pieces, and I don't think Minnesota wants to move off of those.
Yes, I agree with that. They traded Cat for Randle. True. And yes, I absolutely agree with that. You put LeBron in Minnesota, I still don't think that they are a contender. Other teams should just.
I think LeBron and Ant would clash so bad.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, look, I think LeBron would be okay with those spurts where Ant's doing everything, and LeBron will kind of just wait in the weeds. But then late in the game, you know, LeBron's going to want his moments. Had a conversation with my cousin about him so many times. Yeah. I mean, Ayton, look, I think I alluded to this last week. The fact that he sat there when JJ was said that the practice was going to be hard, and Ayton was like, you really believe that? And I was like, you're not the one who should be saying that. especially with that whole thing with Monty Williams. You didn't like being coached tough, and now JJ is a guy who you feel like wants to coach players tough. Ayton doesn't want that either, but it's an ongoing story. Obviously with Jory here, we know you'll be chronicling the LeBron saga in LA and Bronny because they are a package deal. I think you weren't on here, but I said there was a report. There was a report, though. This might give you some optimism that there's some grumblings that like LeBron and Bronny could be somewhere else in 2026.
Please. Please.
First off, who was taking LeBron the rest of his contract? Who was doing that?
A team like just do it for ticket sales.
Utah would be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's where players go to die. Washington.
Topic, he's saying Cleveland.
Send him back to Cleveland.
I mean, look, Cleveland has issues. I've said Donovan Mitchell as your best player, you're not winning a title. Would they dare do it to the Cleveland fans again with a third time with LeBron? I might be asking a lot of those fans to do that again.
Then you would have to move. You would have to move somebody. Would Mobley be moved? You would have to move somebody.
Mm-hmm. Washington's kind of building something.
Yeah, they got young pieces that I Washington okay. Sarr and
I feel like Washington's going to turn into Charlotte. How many years have we said Charlotte's young? That's why I'm afraid when teams are really young. A lot of times they just hold on to these young players for way too long without like consolidating and going to get somebody better. And I'm worried if Washington is going to be that next team to do that.
Really I'm not paying attention to Washington until they field an actual basketball team that can do anything that's worthwhile. I tortured myself last year watching Wizards highlights. I refuse to do that this year.
Yeah. No, I agree. And the one thing that kills me about Washington, like their last 5 or so drafts, guys that they took that are no longer on the team that are contributing elsewhere. Danny Avdija is like a 30-point scorer in Portland. Somehow Washington couldn't make it work. They drafted Jarris Walker, who contributed to the Pacers team last year that made the finals. He couldn't work in Washington. It's just like, when are y'all going to get it together? No, we definitely not doing that.
I was like, no, I don't want him nowhere near.
No chance. I wouldn't care if they. No, couldn't do it. Wizards had a bad. That's true. Wizards have had a bad front office.
The Wizards are the NBA's version of the Browns.
Send LeBron to Atlanta.
No. And it's not even for sports purposes. For fucking traffic. No.
I wouldn't hate doing that to Atlanta fans because they would build it up as the greatest trade ever just to be the same playing team, and I would just laugh.
No. He's going to make traffic 10 times worse than it already is. No.
Yeah, that's true because more people actually want to go to Hawks games.
No. And I was already caught in a traffic accident where the police officer, because of a high-speed chase, in traffic because of that. Nope, I do not need him anywhere near the state of Georgia. Stay your ass out.
No, it was with Westbrook.
Yes.
It was Westbrook and Bradley Beal because we played them in the first Sixers played them in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Wizards have gone through like little periods where they were kind of fun. Didn't last long, but they're just kind of fun. Like Caron Butler, Antoine Jameson, Gilbert Arenas, those teams were fun. Never serious enough to win anything, but they were fun. Until Gilbert turned into Rambo. But look, that story still is just wild to me. But, then Beal and Wall were kind of fun for a little bit. Westbrook and Beal, fun for a little bit. And now it's, I don't know. I honestly couldn't name you probably like 3 people in Washington because I refuse to watch them unless they play the Celtics. And I'm like, okay. Like, they don't even have Jordan Poole anymore. At least that gave you something. Let's switch over to football. So we have a precision index playoff edition is the final one.
The Browns are missing, but we already know where they would be.
They're eliminated. Yeah, they're eliminated. So we didn't not like we left off a real team. All right, we left off the Browns. It's okay. Browns fans, if you're watching, just a little joke. So that's the final one of the regular season. Heading into the playoffs, we kind of know the playoff teams except for a couple. But so all the eliminated teams, including the Browns, they're all in their own category. No reason to go over them. We know who they are. The life support teams are your 4 teams that are fighting for the 2 spots: Carolina and Tampa, Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Understandably, because they're fighting for a playoff spot, so whoever loses will drop down. The winner will probably stay there. The 2 teams that might be interesting, the Chargers and the Packers, we have on life support, and for various reasons. I guess which one do we want to start with? I guess we'll start with the Packers.
The
Packers they're an interesting study. Offensively, they could look like the greatest show on turf, and then they could look like a team that just doesn't know how to move the ball. Defensively, with Micah was one thing. They were, getting after players, I know, after quarterbacks and all that. Micah's gone down. The defense has slipped a little.
Oh, but they got his best friend.
Yeah, they got his bestie.
Yeah. And sure. I mean, they get him when he's on IR. And Diggs, who knows how many games he can actually get through because he's been missing for weeks. Like, look, we'll see how that pickup looks when they actually play him. And
that whole Trayvon Diggs story is wild and crazy. So pretty much,
but it makes so much sense because it's the Cowboys.
Pretty much, this is what had happened was.
Mm-hmm.
Now you done asked Shotty, can you leave? Shotty told you no, and other people. It's not just he didn't deny you. Somebody else asked, and he said no. He said, we in Washington, my family here. Can I just go, go back later? He said no. We go back. We came as a team. We came as a team. You go back with the team, unless it's a family emergency. You can go.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Oh man!" Like he threw this big ass hissy fit. Come on, dude, you are a professional. He said no. He said no.
And guess what?
Plus the reason why you got cut anyway because you have been underperforming.
Yep.
They tolerated with you because you got those 6 interceptions and you were balling on the defense. So I'm sure you probably was late to practice. They tolerated with you because y'all was productive. But as soon as productivity go down, oh no, all bets off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Diggs is one of those corners that likes to take chances.
He gambles too much.
Mm-hmm.
To find out, his ass was also at a Shy Glizzy concert.
Don't know who the hell that is.
A rapper. I'm like, that's the real reason why you wanted to go to Washington. Yeah, you saw your family, but you really wanted to go see a concert. Grow up. And I knew this was happening once they traded his best friends. How long do you think they stayed up on the night talking on the phone, gossiping about the Dallas Cowboys? With their feet kicked up in the air? Like, girl. Just spilling tea. Because that's how they act. Like besties.
Yeah.
They're besties. They're best friends. They're pinky buddies. And now they're on the same team in Green Bay. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me Mikey didn't say, go get my friend.
I mean, a lot of things are Jerry's fault.
with
Jerry's
him,
done so many great players wrong. But there's another
true.
comment. Yeah, Tapa had this one. Yeah, Green Bay was the favorites this year to come out of the NFC. What a disappointment. Yeah, but the crazy thing is they have the talent to do it. It's just that for our purposes, we couldn't put them up there because just can't trust them right now. Like they're a team that, as a wild card team, if they got hot in the playoffs, it wouldn't surprise me because they are talented. It's just that I don't like the way that they're finishing their season right now. And maybe the AFC version of the Packers, the Chargers, are also in life support. I think for them, it's tackles are still missing. Herbert's got the broken left hand, and defensively, I feel like they have some consistency issues on that side of the ball as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're another team that had a lot of promise going into the year, but for a few reasons, I feel like they just aren't the same team right now.
They pulled a Jacksonville. They flamed out.
Right. Is it Matt LaFleur prom or Jordan Love? Oddly enough, I actually think offensively they're probably better off than defensively. And look, if you see me on the ball with Brett talks about it all the time. Brett hates the defense that they run. Like they run a lot of soft zone, especially now with Micah out, and teams are kind of just destroying them in that. And I doubt Trayvon Diggs fixes that problem, but that's something that they need to fix on that side of the ball. They can't just give up so much easily. Especially Jeff Hafley's a name that's supposed to be out there in terms of coaching for head coaching jobs. Not exactly the best few weeks for him, that side of the ball. Let's see. Dangerously Alive, Bears, Niners, Bills, Texans, Eagles, Rams, Broncos. That collective group, those are teams that, things happen the right way. They could be in the Super Bowl. Definitely some questions. The Bears, it's Caleb Williams in the offense. The Niners, their defense has been hit or miss. The Bills, Josh Allen and the offense have had their own issues. The Texans, it's the O-line. Can it hold up? The Eagles, Keith's talked about the Eagles all year. We know what their issues are, consistency, and can they play up to the level that they have in years past. The Rams, the Devontae Adams injury has definitely hurt Stafford a little bit, even though Puka Nacua still finds ways to get open, even though everybody knows the ball's going to him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Broncos, I think it's just we don't trust Bo Nix yet.
It's not that we don't trust Bo Nix. It's just the offensive. It's the offense period in Sean Payton. Defensively, they're great.
Yeah.
I love their defense. It's offensively is where we are like,
we're not sure what to expect.
Right.
Okay. I know what to expect for them to flame out in the playoffs like a Sean Payton-led team does.
Right. That's fair. And look, the Broncos are in a prime position to be the number one seed. Herbert is out Sunday. Obviously, they're going to be a wild card team. And I think it's interesting with Herbert not playing, Josh Allen not playing. It almost seems like those two teams are kind of hoping to fall down to 7 to face New England because Drake May, unproven. I think it's an interesting strategy. We'll see.
That's not necessary. I know the quarterback is unproven, but that's not necessarily the head coach I want to test during the playoffs.
Right. I agree, but I just feel like it's weird that those two teams have something to play for. Like Herbert, I get it. The broken hand, whatever. Allen does have the foot, so I guess, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's not for that. Maybe it's just for them to get a week to rest. Whatever.
Now, the Texans, I feel like out of all the teams in the AFC, is dangerous to me.
Mhm.
Because I only say that because we already know their defense is stout, it's elite. Just imagine if their offense gels when they're supposed to.
Mhm.
Houston can go deep into this playoff run.
Yeah, and I feel like for them getting the 5 seed would be beneficial to them. You get your first game against Pittsburgh or Baltimore. Your defense can definitely hold up against those two offenses. Then if you beat them and everything else lines up, you could be looking at Denver in the divisional round, a team that offensively you can probably handle. Now, Denver's defense, can your O line hold up against them? That would be the challenge, but at least your defense won't have to worry about some high powered offense necessarily. And then after that, you're looking at what, Jacksonville or New England or whoever making it there. You take your chances at that point. So I think for Houston, they get the 5 seed. I would like their path to the AFC Championship.
But guess what? Who else they got on their team? Aziz Al-Shaair. What is the chances of him doing some stupid shit that cost them a game?
I mean, the Man of the Year nominee.
That's a crock of shit too.
I mean, look, Shaair definitely toes the line. He toes it to the point where he hops over it with fireworks and everything to announce that he's crossing the line. Oddly enough, you kind of need a linebacker that's willing to do that, because linebacking is all about intimidation, and he's an
He don't
intimidating
scare
player.
nobody. He makes people want to fight.
I'm just saying, he's an intimidating force, especially if you're a quarterback and you're scrambling. If you see that number coming towards you, you better get down. And you better get down quickly, because we saw with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence hesitated a little bit. Shaair tried to take that man's head clean off. And I agree with you. That could come back to burn you in a playoff game. I get that. But it's still, with Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson up front, and that guy in the middle, that's tough.
Man,
Yes, he's an enforcer.
they're
Who
tough,
just-
but they're also undisciplined, and I don't trust them.
Right.
And it's not
But
just
you also
Shaair.
have to have the offense to capitalize off of their undisciplined play. I don't know if Pittsburgh or Baltimore has that offense. Unless Derrick Henry wants to run for another 250 yards, I would have questions about Baltimore's offense.
And
If
you know
you're
he's not going to
Houston-
do that because the Ravens don't run the football in the playoffs, which makes no sense.
Exactly. But they will have Lamar back Sunday. As he put it, of course I'll be back. I don't quit on my team. The fact that he had to
Yes,
kind of
you
throw
do.
that in there, little troubling for me.
Yes, you do, and you know you do. Like, stop.
Both offenses are similar, except Denver has the better O-line and running back. Yes, Denver does have the better O-line where you're talking about Houston. Running back, yeah, I'd probably.
And Houston did that to themselves. I told them messing with that offensive line this offseason,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they did, was going to cost them.
Yeah. Yes, and Denver, the key for Denver will be playing with a lead. If they can get a lead, and especially at home with the altitude and everything, that would be so beneficial to them, because that offensive line can just wear on opposing defenses. And by the time you get to the fourth quarter, they're gassed because of the oxygen levels, and then you could really run on them a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, if Denver gets the number 1 seed, they could be a dangerous out because of that O-line and their ability to control the line of scrimmage and control the clock. But the number 1 seed is still up for grabs for a few teams. And then the contender group, Seattle, New England, and look, it was tough for us to give this team credit. Put Jacksonville up there. So all the Trevor Lawrence stands could be like, look, we're giving them some love. They are the
It'll be the
shakiest of
last
the
time.
three. They are the shakiest of the three, though.
It won't happen again.
I mean, look, is there anybody that we think we might be missing on as a contender?
I'm
Asking you in the chat as well. Liam Cohen. He's come a long way. He's come a long way from Duval.
the Rams. My thing about the Rams is I don't like how Matthew Stafford has been playing as of lately. So can we just go ahead and crown the MVP, the real MVP that's not Stafford?
That conversation, because Dan Orlovsky's catching a lot of heat as he should. He's basically making it seem like he's voting for Stafford because of strength of schedule. Didn't know that was a
Dan is on
criteria.
some bullshit. Dan is
Look,
on
that-
some
that-
grade A.
That's why a lot of
BS.
people are going after him, because he is a voter. And he's letting us know he's voting for Stafford for that reason.
He's voting for Stafford because Stafford came from Detroit and Dan also played in Detroit. Dan ain't fooling me. He's so full of crap. Like, come on now.
Okay.
Most valuable. Is the most valuable person on the Rams Matthew Stafford or is it Puka?
It's Puka, in my opinion.
Exactly.
But Stafford got to. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, Stafford's giving him the ball."
But the argument would be, if you're going to talk about valuable, you'd have to look at the Rams have a better offensive line than the Patriots, yet May still making it happen. There probably isn't a person who would take the Patriots wide receivers over Adams and Puka. So Stafford has that. I feel like, McVay has entered levels that he's probably seen as a much better coach than Vrabel. I don't agree, but we know how people love McVay. So Stafford has those three things working for him. Yet, May has a team with a better record, better seating, all of that.
Under year one with the new head coach.
Yes. Philly are contenders by default. The offense has been bad, but they are the defending champs and the defense is elite.
I'm not putting them. I'm not with Kevin
It's a fair
Patullo as the
argument.
offensive coordinator. I'm not putting them as a contender. That man is trash.
But Tyler does bring up a good point. Defensively, they are playing high level right now. The offense
Good
could just
for
come
them.
along.
And stop with the front running from Nick and Kevin. Over here jumping up and down like dumbasses on the sideline. Like, come on now.
Oh, we're gonna talk about more into that when the burn comes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of Carolina, though. I really am.
I mean, they can finish the job and win tomorrow.
Yeah, and it like the fact that
Is their
it
game
doesn't
They're
Saturday
matter.
or Sunday?
Their
Saturday.
game is tomorrow. But
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter what they do tomorrow. It really matters what Atlanta does on Sunday.
Well, to an extent.
Right. That's why I'm saying it wouldn't.
Because if Carolina wins,
Carolina wins, they won.
Yeah, they don't care about what Atlanta does.
Right.
Atlanta only comes into the picture if Tampa Bay wins. Tampa Bay would lead the division. But if Atlanta wins, they enter a three-way tie, which then bumps Carolina back up to 1. So Carolina wins, we don't care about Atlanta's game. So that's going to be the easiest way for Carolina. Win the game, and you're just in. Eagles are pretty much the version of the Texans in the NFC. Defense is carrying a heavy load. That is true. Let's see. Speaking of the playoffs, here is everything. What happened to Tampa? I mean, they got injured, which became the excuse. But then the bad play seeped in so much that when they got guys back, they still weren't winning. And Todd
Baker
Bowles
turned into a balloon.
Yeah. And with all that craziness, Tampa could still right the ship, win Saturday, have Atlanta lose, and still make the playoffs. It's the crazy world of the NFL. So this is the current picture for the playoffs with Denver and Seattle as your 1 seeds. Potential matchups you're looking at: New England and Buffalo, Jacksonville and the Chargers, which would be a rematch of that game for a couple of years ago. Pittsburgh, Houston, Chicago, Green Bay for a third time. Sign me up. Philly and the Rams. We saw that. Was that last year in the playoffs or 2 years ago?
Last year?
Didn't the Rams beat Philly the year Washington made the NFC Championship game or something like that? No.
Mm-mm.
I feel like they beat
Philly-
them.
No, we beat the Rams to go to the NFC Championship
Yes.
game.
Okay. I had it backwards. All right. And then Carolina, San Francisco. Now, looking at scenarios for this weekend. So Denver clinches the number 1 seed if they just win or New England loses to Miami. They're playing the Chargers with no Herbert. You feel like Denver should get the win. So Denver should be the number 1 seed. The Texans could win the AFC South and bump Jacksonville down to a wild card spot with a win and Jacksonville losing to Jory's Tennessee squad. Jacksonville can win the number 1 seed if they beat Denver. If they beat Tennessee, Denver loses to the Chargers, and New England loses to Miami. Chances of both those things happening, pretty slim. And then the Jags could just win the AFC South if they just win. Patriots can clinch the 1 seed. They would have to beat Miami. Denver lose to the Chargers. Simple. Pittsburgh, we already know they win, they're in. Baltimore winning, they're in. That's the AFC side. The NFC, Carolina, same thing, winning, they're in. Or if they lose, Atlanta has to beat New Orleans. We just explained that. Niners are the number 1 seed if they beat Seattle Saturday night, which that would be crazy.
Yeah, that game's for number 1 in the division.
Yep.
So
That should have been a Sunday game.
That game has more meaningful. That is the division and your number 1 seed.
Yeah.
That should have been a Sunday night game.
That should have been a Sunday night game.
I agree.
Not those stupid ass Ravens Steelers. I'm getting tired of that shit. Get those damn purple pterodactyls off my damn screen all the time.
I agree. I feel like it was so simple. Saturday, you could do Tampa Bay, Carolina, and then Baltimore, Pittsburgh. The 2 divisions with, stuff on the line. 2, teams winning it that people would be like, oh, they're probably gonna be done anyway.
And they have 3 NFC West teams in the playoffs, and they all over 10 wins is wild.
Mm-hmm. It's
what
like
the NFC North did last year.
Yep. Seattle number 1 seed, they win, and then Bucks obviously win, and then Atlanta lost, they win the division.
Eagles could get 2 seed if they win and the Bears lose. But I know some Bears fans, as crazy as it sounds, they actually want to lose because they want the Eagles to get number 2, and them go to 3 because they don't want to play Green Bay again.
They're scary. And that's why the Bears fans are always a laughingstock of the NFL. What kind of scary shit is that?
I know I'm tired of playing the Rams. I know that.
But you ain't going to back down from them. And I'm tired of playing the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of playing the Chargers. I'm tired of playing the damn Bengals.
Now, if Darnold don't see ghosts, Seahawks should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which he should be fine because he's not in New York. New York is where quarterbacks go to just look like trash.
And he's been exercising his demons lately.
Okay. So
how he's been playing in bigger games.
Mm-hmm. So those are the current scenarios that are in play week 18.
Super Bowl is going to be in Santa Clara. So if San Fran gets there, it's going to be a home game for them.
Yeah, Kern was saying that he didn't know who's going to make it, which I think is fair because you look at this bracket and it's just like AFC-wise, you could see Denver make it, you could see New England, you could see Buffalo,
what if it's some weird, crazy Madden, I just hit the button to randomize it. What if it be like the Seahawks versus the Texans? We're going to be like, huh?
It wouldn't be surprised. Like that probably means that Houston's defense was just otherworldly and just shut down everybody if they got there.
Mm-hmm.
And Seattle's defense has shown that they can do that. Panthers versus Niners gonna be good. Rico Dowdle. I mean, look, they be playing with house money. Riding with the Hawks till the wheels fall off. You have every right to, Side
But
G.
no, like, and either way you look at it, if Carolina does get in, like you have to look at this year as a big improvement for them. Last year, you saw in games, you saw flashes, they competed. They were in games. The year before that, oh God. But we questioned, was Bryce Young that guy? When as soon as he got benched for Andy Dalton, it had him time to think. They just needed the coach to guide them, and they just needed more pieces. They got rid of Burns, and it's been their defense has been good.
Mm-hmm.
Rico Dowdle has been a big addition to them having, and then you got Chuba Hubbard, so that's a great 1-2 punch for them. You got Jimmy Horn down there at the wide receiver, who I think they need to use him more. You got T-Mac down there, who obviously could be offensive rookie of the year. So yeah, I like what Carolina doing. And I mean, like if Leggett can get it together too with that receiving core, Carolina be all right.
Mm-hmm. Big improvement from Jacksonville, Chicago, New England, and Carolina.
Coaching matters, y'all. Coaching matters because all three of them got new coaches.
Yep.
And guess who's sitting on the couch eating crow and just had to put out a damn statement about rearranging front office structure, making her fans just look bad, just embarrassing your fan base.
Good old Tennessee.
I mean, look, at least she's letting you know it's Mike's show with the head coach. So whoever they pick, you know who to yell at or congratulate.
Yeah, her.
Yeah. All right, let's go. So, kind of talked about this a little bit, but Topic keeps telling you Clint Kubiak's the guy you need. Looking at
as long as it's not Matt Nagy.
That's probably just like a courtesy interview, like Matt, come on in. Let's just chat for a little bit. I doubt they go that route, but you never know. But just want to look at, because I feel like you do this every year, the player that would have the most pressure come playoffs. And there's several names to choose from, because a lot of guys do have some pressure this year, especially AFC side. No Pat Mahomes. That raised the pressure on a lot of people. And even the NFC, I feel like because the Eagles have been playing the way that they are, pressure's been put on some players. So who do you feel like has the most pressure this season in the playoffs?
It's either Lamar or Josh Allen. Them two. They don't have an excuse.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the same, because right now there's no Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Mahomes in this playoffs. This is Josh Allen's to win, and I feel like it's more pressure on him. Same with Lamar. Lamar gets here every year. He gets to the playoffs. He's good in the regular season, but he can't get it done in the playoffs because why? He's always hurt. When his team need him, he gets hurt. They gotta play Snoop and they lose. So the amount of pressure it is on Josh and Lamar. Stafford's already won. I mean, you can say Jordan Love, but it's not no amount of pressure. T-Law is no pressure on him. Herbert is no pressure on him. Jalen already won one. It's Lamar and Josh.
And oddly enough, Lamar may not even make the playoffs. So that's
right.
Crazy in itself.
And if that happens, prepare for the party next Friday.
That is the God honest truth. So with that, okay, let's go back to the Bills and the Eagles game. I understand the Eagles in the second half didn't do much. Didn't only have 17 yards. We let them come 6 minutes left. The Bills was down 13-0. But why are we still talking about Jalen Hurts? He still won a game. He still won. I get it. I get it. You didn't do nothing offensively in the second half. 4 straight 3-and-outs. Defense pretty much was tired. If it wasn't for Josh Allen overthrowing Shakir, that game would have been lost.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody was saying nothing about Josh Allen in that whole game. It was all like, oh, well, Jalen this, Jalen that. We got the ugly win. That's all that matters. But nobody's talking about Josh Allen. Nobody was talking about Josh Allen. And that's the thing that I hate. Why are we always giving Josh Allen an excuse? Hurts won a championship.
And he
I can
can't
tell
get
you
half
why.
the amount of respect.
I can tell you why. And part of it is I saw it as a Patriots fan with Brady. They always gave Peyton Manning the excuse because they wanted Manning to be better than Brady. They gave Drew Brees excuses. They wanted Brees to be better than Brady. So now with Mahomes seemingly on the decline and everybody wanting to throw dirt on Mahomes, it's all about, oh, let's find the next guy right now. And for a lot of these analysts, they would love for Josh Allen to be the guy. Look, if Matt Stafford were younger, it would be Matt Stafford getting all the excuses. It's just that he's older right now. And that's where that comes from. And I know Tom said because he's white, but Lamar gets excuses too. Because there are people who would love to see Lamar go off and win a few championships so then they could, throw his draft process in your face and all that.
I'm not one of them.
But I think Josh Allen and Lamar are the two that they're hoping could overtake Pat Mahomes and be the next guy that they, root for the next 5 years. And with Josh Allen especially, they look at his build, his arm and everything, and they go, that's a prototypical quarterback I would want. The guy who could run, truck a linebacker, and then throw it 60 yards downfield. That's all well and good, but until he actually wins in the playoffs, and he's had good games, we still remember the 15 seconds game against Mahomes, which he should have won, but the defense gave it up. Great. But you still have to get it done. Burrow is also the guy that they're ready to toss aside. Burrow's at least been to a Super Bowl with a Cincinnati organization that's horrible. And until Lamar and Josh Allen could even do that, I find it hard to put them over Joe Burrow. But, we already know. Like I said, Joe Burrow seems like he's being cast aside because I think some of it is because he's in Cincinnati and they just know that Cincinnati's never going to do right by him. So if it's not Mahomes, it's not Burrow, got to find somebody. It's the same reason why they spent all last offseason killing Jalen Hurts, because he was never on their radar, so they don't want to pump him up. And this year's been trash Jordan Love year for whatever reason. Because Jordan Love came from Utah State. He wasn't highly regarded, so nobody wants to give him credit. Same with Brady.
He didn't sit behind Rodgers for 4 years for nothing.
Right. And even Rodgers is still highly regarded. He won his Super Bowl 15 years ago. And he's still riding off of that as seen as this great quarterback. So whenever they are confronted with quarterbacks that they didn't give love to early, they find it hard to give them love late. And
because they need me.
Because they don't want to admit they were wrong or missed somebody. Because I'm saying, Brady was in Michigan splitting time with Drew Henson. Remember, Drew Henson was supposed to be the guy that was destined for greatness in the NFL, which is why Jerry went and got him. And how long did his career last? 2 snaps. So it's, these media people do this. They do it all the time. It's okay.
Tyler, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. How many first-round picks have the Ravens wasted on fucking wide receivers?
Look, I know a lot of people love that argument, but Jory's right. Andrews was a first-rounder. Bateman was a first-rounder. Zay Flowers is a first-rounder. I don't think was Duvernay a first rounder. I don't think so, but they have spent. They
gave Lamar every opportunity. He had every opportunity.
Line has first rounders all over it. Even if he had Stephon Diggs, look, he's got DeAndre Hopkins now. can't even get him the ball. I know D-Hop isn't the Houston Texans D-Hop, but come on. He could still give you more than what he's giving you right now. Look how many games we see Zay Flowers has like a catch or two, and Zay Flowers usually gets temperamental on the sideline. The biggest problem I
Flowers
always
made
say
the
with
Pro
Lamar is,
Bowl, and he has more fumbles than touchdowns. Give me a break.
yeah,
Lamar does not
The
play
biggest
well in the
thing-
postseason.
he has not. And we talk about, Josh Allen excuses. Everybody pinned that game on Mark Andrews like Lamar didn't have the fumble and the interception in the first half. Completely forgot about it and just killed Mark Andrews, a guy who would produce for Baltimore year in and year out. So he had a bad game. Whatever. Talk about Derrick Henry. They don't even use Derrick Henry like they're supposed to. They keep going to these playoffs and they want to prove that Lamar is something that I would say he isn't. He's not a sit back in the pocket and, kill you with his arm type of guy. That's not who he is, and that's okay. We're seeing it now. He's dealt with the hamstring injury, and all of a sudden he's having a terrible passing year. I wonder why. Because he needs his legs more than anything to make him dangerous. Not an excuse for Lamar. I'm just saying Josh Allen's had. You only named Stephon Diggs. Name another great weapon Josh Allen's had.
Dalton Kincaid or Dawson Knox.
I'd say Kincaid over Knox. I think Knox is okay. I think Kincaid is pretty good.
I've given up on Keon.
Exactly. Keon Coleman, first round pick, can't even show up to meetings and stuff.
I get
would
Keon.
You take Kincaid or
I don't
Andrews?
think it's all Keon Coleman either, though. Watch Keon Coleman go somewhere else and ball.
You probably will.
I'll take a Keon Coleman.
Yeah, so top of you say Kincaid. Andrews has had a better career than Kincaid. But wide receiver wise, Allen's doing it with like Shakir, Gabe Davis.
Clearly, if you take James,
Yeah, Curtis Samuel.
if you take James Cook out the equation, Buffalo is not winning the game.
Right. Yeah, Cook and Allen have to do a lot offensively. And you would take Henry over Cook. I mean, that's close. I do like James Cook, but what Henry's doing is still remarkable.
Special.
Yeah. I'll say all this to say, the excuses for Josh Allen do need to stop. Like, this is the year. I don't care if they're a wild card team. I feel like Buffalo needs to make the AFC Championship game. And if they don't, I think all the criticisms on Josh are warranted. I think it's the same thing with Lamar. I wouldn't care that they get in as a 9-8 wildcard team. With the talent that's on that team and two-time MVP, with this current AFC lineup, you better make the AFC title game. Baltimore can't be one and done. Like, if they lose to, I guess it'd be Houston at this point, I don't feel like that's a good loss for Lamar. If he gets outplayed by CJ Stroud, that should come back on Lamar. Okay, how many top defenses has Lamar had?
A lot.
They're comparable.
Lamar's had Baltimore's defense has always been legit.
Outside of these past 2 years.
With a top-rated rush offense, too. Defense and running the ball. That should be your formula to win in the postseason. Yet, they can't do it.
Because Marlon Humphrey gets caught too many times, and Roquan is out in the middle of the field not tackling.
Yeah.
We're
actually getting on social media, like, Josh Allen fans and Lamar fans are like having this comparable fight, like, oh, your guy gets more excuses than my guy. And it's just like, you're kind of the same boat.
The Spider-Man meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're the same exact thing, just in different colors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we could all agree, Josh Allen and Lamar probably had the most pressure. I would throw in Trevor Lawrence does have some himself. No playoff wins. He was a number one pick. He was seen as a can't miss prospect. He could probably use a playoff win at least. Like if they win the South and they have a home game, Trevor Lawrence can't be one and done.
Top of
Like, if you
because he
let-
plays for the Ravens. That's how he made it.
Yeah, Lloyd should have gotten in. Herbert does have pressure. He is playing with a broken hand. I feel like that takes a little bit away. And he doesn't have his tackles either.
So the Jags didn't pick Devin Lloyd as a Pro Bowler?
They didn't stuff the ballot box enough.
That's crazy.
Jags don't have a lot of fans.
Yeah, Trevor does have one. I forgot. But that
Yeah,
win was
he-
more Brandon Staley being an
That was
idiot.
more Brandon Staley than anything.
Yeah. Trevor needs a legit playoff win where he doesn't have 4 interceptions in the first half.
And then
And
the
then
coach
Brandon
give you
Staley
the game the
pees
next.
down his leg and you win the second half.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, Herbert's another guy that, a lot of people think doesn't get the pressure he deserves. And I can understand that.
Herbert, I'm sorry. I think the Chargers are cursed because there's no way he gets hurt. It's like he gets hurt every year. He has no offensive line. He's running for his life. They are hurt.
Herbert's
I
a
don't know.
talented player too.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Herbert's on, he's fun to watch. But then it will go bad and it'll go bad quick. And Quentin Johnston better keep catching the ball because he might be a guy who has pressure too.
To
Like,
get on a
he's-
roster.
Yeah. Because he started off the year hot, and then it was like he was ghost for a while. And then late in the season, he's kind of getting back into things. It might depend on matchups. Like if Herbert has an easy matchup, then yeah, he'll probably have pressure. If not, the tackles being hurt would be an excuse for him. Yes. But the biggest excuse was Brandon Staley was an idiot. At least now he has Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
So that excuse is gone from Herbert. Can't blame coaching anymore. All right, sports resolutions. So what we did was we have resolutions for like our teams and then general. Put them all on one slide so you can kind of hit both of them at the same time.
All right. So for in general resolution in 2026, the NFL need to figure out what the hell a damn catch is. They still don't know what a catch is. I'm sorry, this is pissing me off. Like,
Would you want the college rule or do you like the NFL rule with 2 feet?
I mean, a college rule. You need the 1 foot.
Mm-hmm.
That would be crazy. But yeah. But hold on, y'all, because it would be crazy. But they need to figure out what the hell a catch is because they still don't know what a catch is.
Mm-hmm.
What catch did they call? Was the Isaiah Likely catch? Bull crap. That was BS. That was a catch. They're talking about he needs to have possession and do 3 steps in a football move. He caught the ball. He secured it. 1, 2. That's a catch. What you mean he need to do a football move?
I actually I went to read the book. I had to go pull up that rule because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, based off of what I saw, and technically, because the ball was coming out on that 3rd step, I see why they called it, but they shouldn't have called that right there.
That's I don't care. That is BS. That's the BS I'm talking about. The 3rd step, the ball comes out. He caught 1, 2. That's a catch. Feet was in the ground. Boom. What else more you want to do? He was falling.
I think some of it was to kind of create some balance for defenses because there's a lot of things in secondary. A lot of times you feel like their hands are tied. and they do little things with like being real specific with catches to try to help them. I feel like the easy thing would be let corners beat up wide receivers again. It was so much fun until Peyton Manning had to cry about it and the Colts and all that. But then probably never going back there. So this is what we have.
I disagree with the refs need to be replaced with bots because that's ridiculous.
I don't even know how you could even make that
Yeah, I
happen.
don't know how you would do with that, the bots or
What
I don't know, but the
like my thing is they could do like with certain penalties, they need to do replay assist. You can do it for anything else. Cause some of these roughing the passer penalties are bullshit. Some of these unnecessary roughness penalties are BS. They need to actually take a look.
That kind of stuff they could put in like New York's hands. If a ref calls something, then somebody in the replay center or is in New Jersey, wherever it is, if they see something different, they should be able to tell the ref, no, pick up the flag and do it really quickly. Like college football has that. Grass ping pong, soccer has that where if the replay official sees something different, he can tell the ref really quickly and kind of wipe it out. I think the NFL needs to utilize technology more and replay more. Because Tyler brings this up, the NFL does actually have this for first downs. They have the little thing in the ball that tells them if they got it or not.
They still, like I said, they still have the chains. They only need the chains if necessary. But they do have the ball, and I think that's pretty cool because they did it in the XFL. And I think that's probably more accurate. But like I said, they only use the chains if needed. If like
the tech really goes out and it's glitchy.
And both refs are terrible.
Yeah, these refs they stink.
I probably trust NFL more. I feel like NBA refs get swayed way too easily by the crowd, which is crazy.
And then they go back, oh yeah, that should have been a foul. You know shit.
Yeah.
No,
that's where you miss Joey Crawford. Joey Crawford loved being the enemy of home crowds. Sometimes he went overboard with it, but I appreciate that at least.
College football, the championship game, I believe, should be played January 1st. And then that way, everybody that's going to be in the transfer portal can still play. They can move afterwards. Just like when the NFL team is in the playoffs and y'all want to do coaching interviews during the playoffs. Like, we got to focus here. So I feel like just to eliminate all that, because today was the transfer portal.
The transfer portal opened today,
and the college games are still going on. We only in the next round. We're not even at the natty yet. So it's like now you got coaches and teams and players that's going into the portal. We still got games going on. And why? And I just never liked how long it took. Can't we just all get this done in December? Should be done everything when it comes to college football. And then January 1st, have your game, have your national championship. Everybody's home to watch it. It's New Year's. What are we doing on New Year's besides recuperating from New Year's Eve? We're going to be in the house watching it. Boom. And then the next day, boom, you got your portal. Coaches can leave. Everybody can go. It'll be all good. So maybe they need to fix the timing of everything, or how long the college football is, because some of these bowl games we don't care about. These not the bowl. The teams that get in, they get a bowl. That's for them to have money for their school. But the main bowls is what we're watching. Wrap it up. Shorten it. Do something.
It was like that.
What did you say, Jory?
It used to be like that.
They need to go back to that.
Or like the national championship used to be like January 2nd or something before. It was like the day after. Because the other thing is January 1st, that's always like Rose Bowl day. So if you ended it on January 1st, I guess you'd have the Rose Bowl maybe as your championship site. I don't know. But they could make it work, because right now it's like 2 weeks after. So you could either start the playoffs like the first week of bowl season instead of you get like the small bowls the first week and then the playoffs is the second week. And I guess
Like
the
I
other
said,
way would
they can do it. The
they
bowl,
could absolutely.
bowl season starts like the beginning of December, really. So you take that whole month of December to figure it out. It can get done.
Can we stop? I mean, we could, because I
Please
actually
do.
did. I actually did an episode of this on my channel where you would leave the college football playoff to the Power 5 schools, but you can't just turn your back on the G5 schools as well, because they're only not Power 5 because the NCAA is stupid. It can't govern anything and allowed the big boys so much power that they just closed off everybody. You would create another playoff for Group of 5 and other schools that don't make the playoff, which would actually help the Bulls, because like Key said, a lot of these bowls nobody cares about. The Duke's Mayo Bowl, I don't care. The only one outside of the playoff I care about
Pop-Tart
is the
Bowl.
Pop-Tart Bowl, and that's only because of the Pop-Tart. I don't actually
I
care about
loved
the
it.
game itself.
First, wait. So before we move on, first off, they did a bracket on Pop-Tarts. Who is eating unfrosted Pop-Tarts? Who is eating Pop-Tarts without the frosting on it?
I
What
guess
are we
a lot more
doing?
people-
How is that even in the bracket?
That would not
With
be
no
my choice.
frosting? That's like eating Raisin Bran.
It was unfrosted what?
Pop-Tarts.
Which flavor?
It don't matter what flavor. You need the frosting on the Pop-Tart.
True.
Yeah.
That's like eating Raisin Bran.
And the Pop-Tart, when they were about to go into the damn toaster, the one Pop-Tart that jumped off the toaster, that was the key, because I knew that was a jab, and I knew exactly who that was a jab at.
Mhm. Yeah.
I only eat the strawberry Pop-Tarts. I'm sorry, they're goated. They will forever. The strawberry Pop-Tarts will forever be goated for me, and I can just eat it. Who warms up Pop-Tarts? Not me. You take it on and go and eat it.
I like
See,
the
top
cherry.
it. Didn't
Yes,
know
they
they
do
existed.
exist.
Yeah, they do.
Makes no sense.
Like, it's like eating Raisin Bran.
How is it supposed to be a Pop-Tart? It ain't got no damn frosting. What is it, a tart?
I never understood what made them do it, but yeah, they are out there. I guess if you were like, oh, I don't like frosting, then maybe you shouldn't be eating Pop-Tarts. I don't know.
You shouldn't be eating Pop-Tarts. You shouldn't be. You know what? I'm with certain types of icing and certain colors. I'm like that.
Mhm.
Black icing is disgusting.
Okay.
That's like
green
eating a toaster.
icing.
That's like eating a toaster strudel without the cream cheese.
Which makes no sense. But the green icing tastes like metal. Like when you put too much in whipped cream, like whipped. I can't stand whipped icing. I can't.
Gotta be buttercream.
Gotta be buttercream.
Yep.
Because it just tastes like TV static
Not TV static.
and green. Like So I get it, but at the same time, Pop-Tarts frosting is actually good. And what's the point in having a Pop-Tart if you don't put some fruit in between two pieces of bread and call it a goddamn day?
Like I said, it still has the fruit on inside. Like it's still strawberry. It's just not frosted.
Yeah.
And make a fruit sandwich if you're gonna do that.
Right.
And then, last but not certainly least, can NBA. Can we fix this flopping and foul beating mess? And yes, I am coming at OKC. Yes, I'm going at SGA. I'm not questioning SGA's talent whatsoever. I'm not questioning it because the man is talented. But there is no way he's getting Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes type of treatment when you can't lay a finger on him without it being a foul. And then he flops every possession. And then and the NBA don't call it travel. It was funny because I was watching Dallas Sixers game the other day. Was it yesterday? Maybe before yesterday, one of them days. And they called a travel on Dallas twice in the whole game. I was like, oh, so traveling does exist. But when you go into it was a gather, no, a travel is you take more than 3 steps.
Mhm.
1, 2, if you take more than 2 steps, that is a travel.
The third is the travel.
The
Like, what
third is
hell?
the travel. So where are they talking about? Oh, he was gathering it. Excuse me? What are we gathering? What? Gather what? That's the travel.
It seems like
Even-
they lost track of traveling when the Euro step became bigger in the NBA. It said that threw referees through a loop, like this whole Euro thing. But I agree. I don't understand how they can't call it. And everybody will say, "Well, the game is so flat, is so fast, it's hard to call." It's like, you have like 3-4 guys out there. Somebody should be able to see it.
actually, no, I agree with that. Reed Dion. SGA was balling, was getting his points before it became favorable. But now this stuff is getting ridiculous. Now
it's ridiculous at this point. That's the one thing that I don't like about watching SGA, because every time he's doing some exaggerated movement, like, come on, this is not acting class. This is basketball.
But we know
SGA is a bigger flopper than Luka. Absolutely. Luka done got in shape and he don't flop as much.
But it's something that could be stopped. If referees stopped falling for it and calling it, players would stop doing it. They're only doing it because they know they can get away with it. So that's the only way, until the refs start telling these guys, well, stop blowing the whistle. Like, if they fall, you tell them to get up, keep going, they'll stop doing it. Like, they sort of did that with Trae Young. Remember, Trae Young had that move where he'd get in front of the defender and then stop. The guy would run into his back.
I'm glad that they start calling. They start to catch on.
They got to keep expanding.
Harden was another one. Harden was good at that too. They caught on to that. They was like, okay, maybe we're not going to do it.
Yeah. So, some instances it is tough, but they could definitely fix a lot of it. I almost hate the closeout one now, because now it's like you're on the perimeter, you can't contest shots anymore.
Now Lou Dort is notorious for kicking his foot out.
I saw that compilation. I did not know he did it as much as he's
notorious for that.
And now they're like, there's their shooting motion. No, I don't want to hear that BS. I get the closeout rule because that is a serious injury, and you do got to give them space to land. But at the same time, it's like, how are you supposed to contest it? So you just want me to sit there and let y'all shoot? Okay.
Like, they penalize the people because Zaza, of all people, went way overboard with it. Like, it was clear Zaza was trying to do what he did to Kawhi, because he had no business going that far out. But now you have guys, and the other one I hate too is, when you were a kid and you played basketball, they told you to play defense, you had your hands out, and you moved your feet.
Don't reach, right.
You can't even do that anymore, because now offensive players bring their arms under your arm, and they're getting foul calls that way. I hate that call more than anything. Stop calling that one.
Dion, you're wrong, because people get on Luka, and I'm a Lakers fan, people get on Luka for foul baiting all the damn time. You're wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I understand. Luka does do it. Mm-hmm. But I've noticed this season he done got in shape. It is to a lesser extent. But he also done got JJ crying for about fouls too. So I don't really know how to feel about that. But it is an issue. It's not a non-issue. It's an issue.
And Reggie Miller calls the rule, because Reggie Miller was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then look,
he in shape crying for calls.
I had to witness Marcus Smart with some of the most outlandish flops. The ones where he was so good at the one where he'd box out a bigger guy. The minute that guy put like his forearm in his back, he'd throw himself into like the third row to get the over the back call. After a while, refs actually stopped calling some of them, and he like would hurt himself a little bit doing it. But
they used to always get mad at Joel, but at the same time, Joel is 7'3", and y'all always foul him when he's going to the lane. Y'all don't want him. Y'all don't want him shooting the ball. Stop fouling him. But but he wasn't flopping. He was actually going to the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ratings are low because you have a generational thing where you still have people who grew up on the 80s still watching today, and they go, 80s basketball didn't look like this, or 90s, we'll even say. They like the physical brand. So that generation hates today's game. Today's generation will watch 90s and 80s basketball and go, this is boring, watching, 80 to 75 games, and they say, that's not basketball, this is basketball, this one's more
Like
athletic.
you can't
and all
have
that.
a true center no more because they put that defensive 3-second in there.
Mm-hmm.
So the centers can't camp out in the lane like they used to because they want to
Yeah.
see dunks and everything.
Well, guys shoot threes more, so it makes sense that they're going to do it. But you got to think what that does to defenses. If you can stretch the floor out, it makes it easier for back cuts and all that. So with the added athleticism and everything like that, that's where the game was going. And, as more European players come in, because in Europe, they do a lot of jump shooting.
Yeah.
That's because it doesn't really benefit you as a big man to be, like a Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert today is like unplayable.
Yep.
So if I'm a center growing up,
there only is like 3 real centers with Jokic, Gobert. Because even though he can't camp, but that's all he's a defensive guy.
90 shot. Well, yeah, because it was a much more interior game. So guys like Greg Ostertag was a beast in the 90s. He'd be unplayable today. Mark Eaton.
I'm gonna go look him up. I'm gonna go look those up. I was not around in the 90s.
Yeah,
my birth year starts with a 2.
Weird looking. He was funny looking. He was a funny looking guy and played for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah,
my birth year starts with a 2.
Eaton. Imagine Dikembe Mutombo today. Like he'd be struggling. Elijah would do.
Ostertag was awful.
He was, but the only thing he could do was block shots.
He was terrible.
That's the only thing he literally could do was block shots, and he was a part of those Utah teams. Elijah would work today because his footwork was just crazy. Robinson was pretty athletic too. I mean, even Cat. I feel like Knicks fans would love for Cat to be a traditional big, but
he's not a damn big. Like he's just big for no reason. Just like Falele. Big for no reason.
Yes, Ostertag was a role player. But he was at least a deterrent at the rim. That's the only thing he could be.
Hey, I still don't think nobody would guard Kareem.
Olajuwon would eat this era alive.
Just with the footwork and all alone.
The up fakes and all that, yeah. Nobody would know what to do with him.
No. I know y'all remember Shaq and Mike and Dudley when he threw the ball at him.
Shaq was so disrespectful for no reason.
No reason. He's still disrespectful for no reason.
But Dudley was like this skinny, goofy, broken nose. Shaq turns, throws the elbow, dunks on him, shoves him to the ground, and then gets surprised when Dudley gets up and throws the ball at him. You're lucky that's all Dudley did.
Shaq is an asshole for no reason.
I mean, hey.
He just hide it with jokes.
Yeah. Sean Bradley was. And Sean Bradley was lanky too. He was an unathletic Wemby. Tall, really
Give me
lanky.
a list of people from the 90s and 80s because my birth year starts with a 2 that I need to watch highlights of.
Oh, you need players to watch? I can give you a few. Tim Hardaway, guard play. Yeah. Should watch him. Well, it was one of my favorite players to watch growing up. I would say watch him, Allen Houston.
Oh yeah, definitely Allen Houston. Just watch the 90s Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah, watching 90s, watch 90s Knicks, 90s Pacers, 90s Sonics, 90s.
I know Manute Ball. I know that.
Oh, yeah,
I did see some highlights of him.
Sean Kemp did dunks. The Supersonics from the 90s. You can watch that team.
Peyton, McMillan, Kemp, Schrempf, they were
watch the Indiana teams from the 90s.
Glenn Rice was a good watch.
You can see Sabonis' dad.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. And he came here after his knees were shot, and he was still killing it. Penny, yep. Sprewell. Everybody just knows him for the choking, but Sprewell's a problem.
come on.
Steve Francis. Grant Hill is my guy. Yeah, watch him too. Yeah, we'll give you some names off camera. Oh, yeah, your team resolutions.
Jesus Christ, my own damn team. All right, so hold on, I gotta read it for myself
Chris
because
Mullin.
you can't see that far.
Just watch Run TMC. You get Hardaway and Mullin. The Run TMC Warriors.
All right, so my team resolutions. Oh yeah, Chris Mullin was a lefty shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Jackson. That's what I was saying. Watch the Pacers. You can even go back and watch Chicago, go Seattle, those teams. The Magic, even Shaq and Penny.
You can watch 80s Pistons with Isaiah and Joe Dumars and Vinnie Johnson. Yeah.
So the Sixers get past the second round. That would be my only wish and hope. I'm not saying this year. I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying in general. Will it happen? Who the hell knows? Will it, whatever's left of Joel's knee? Joel said he's starting to feel like himself. Not even going to hold y'all. I'm not. It is for next year. It ain't for this year. Joel had the last 5 games or so. He has been playing well, even with that 3-game losing streak we had. He has been playing okay, but he needs to be him. He needs to be himself for it to have a chance. With him and PG being rinsed, not gonna say he's washed. He's just a little rinsed.
I mean, isn't the worry with Embiid though? Like, how long does it last?
Right.
I feel like that's what it's like. He played well for like a week or two. You're like, are we tempting fate?
Oh my God. oh my Jesus Christ.
If that happens,
I don't think they would let Rudy off the plane in Philly. This is a good thing.
I can't. Gobert is like number one is Gobert, and then it's Ben Simmons. Like, he is number one on my hated list. I can't stand Gobert. Yo, I don't know what it is. I can't stand him. I just want some accountability. I don't care if it's from the Sixers. I don't care if it's from the Flyers, the Phillies, the Eagles. The front, they need to just be some type of accountability. And I just feel like with the Sixers, it ain't none. Somebody, and then it leads to my next point. Can I get a competent front office? Can we get a competent front office? Can we get I just want some competent front office people. Whether it's Daryl Morey, I can say, okay, maybe in this draft he was all right. No, he did, but giving Joel a max, that was bad. Shouldn't have did that. I just want some people. I just want some competent people in the front office. Jesus Christ, maybe Howie's our only saving grace, but even Howie ain't great either because he let people go and didn't replace none. I.e. cornerback 2. We got a Dury. I can't cover Saul Jackson playing the cornerback 2 position. I just want some competent people in the front office. And can we get an experienced OC? That's all I want. Somebody that know what they're doing. I just want experience. And at the end of the day, I just want y'all to just win. Just freaking win. That's it. That's all. I mean, that's not too much for me to ask.
I will say some of these names popping up. So Mark Price, underrated guy. He's another one that, like, the errors and everything, forgot about him. Because the Cavs teams, even if you go back, like Brad Daugherty and all them, yeah. There was another list.
I will take Shane. Come back, Shane. Come back.
Kenny Anderson and Rod Strickland. Great watches.
Mark Jackson, yep. Kenny the Jet.
I'm not watching X Legs.
Look,
Yo, he got 2 rings though.
those rock. But look, if you don't watch Kenny, but the Rockets teams he were on, with Elijah Vernon Maxwell, who was an absolute madman.
Yo, Vernon is funny.
Otis
Yo.
Thorpe, young Robert Ory. Yeah.
Big Shot Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Jason Williams was my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Bibby.
I did watch a little bit of Mike Bibby growing up, because he did play in the early 2000s. So I do remember watching Mike Bibby.
With them knock knees, Kenny the Jet was in a dunk contest with the Kings. I think that's when he was Kenneth Smith. So
Is that before his knees became knocked?
I think they were still knocked. He just had lift in him. Yeah, Vernon Maxwell. Yeah. Starks used to get on Patrick Ewing's last nerve. The amount of times he had to snatch that dude up, because Starks was very emotional when he played. He has like Westbrook in him.
Was he a crash out emotional?
Yeah.
Like DK?
Toppa. He was my favorite player. I loved Michael Finley for whatever reason. He wore number 4.
Michael Finley on that Dallas team. Yo, I like that Dallas team.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just named about 50 names, and I'm only gonna remember about 5 of them. So
yeah. Well,
I'm telling you, go back the Kings. We had Stojakovic and Pager, man. Haydu Turkoglu.
Mm-hmm. R.P. Petrovic. Like, that was a career that was going to be legendary until he died in that car accident. And Abdul Rauf, he was
light
just
skin with dark skin injury.
what's that supposed to mean?
I don't fully know, but I just know it's funny because I get it. I couldn't explain it if I had to. I couldn't explain it if I had to, but I get it.
He ain't act like no sensitive soft.
Yeah.
I understood. I'm like, I got what
like
you
we
saying.
understand it, but someone was like, explain it. I couldn't do it, but yeah.
So he wasn't. He didn't have toilet paper skin.
No. Yeah.
And he didn't think he was pretty all the damn time. Like Mr. Cat.
Saucy, yeah, he not Saucy Cat.
Right. I mean, you can literally. Good thing with YouTube is, if you just watch a lot of like Jordan videos, you'll see a lot of Knicks and Pacers and other teams as well, and you'll just dive down that rabbit hole and you'll find a lot of players to watch. But we did throw a lot of names at you, so you probably just Reggie Lewis too. That one hurt me as a kid. I was watching that game too.
Yeah, Brandon Roy was the potential. That's them damn knees.
Yeah, Brandon Roy was really good.
Oh yeah, no, we can always send you them names. Trust me.
Oh yeah. 3&D. Look, trust me, we got plenty of names. Yeah, the Len Bias one, and then you had the Reggie Lewis happen. I thought my Celtics were cursed forever. And then Paul Pierce almost dying in a club, getting stabbed up. I was like, okay, we out here just being crazy. But all right, let me go through mine really quickly. George Mirasan. That's a deep cut. Sports resolutions. Can we get some real analysts on TV? I'm done with the clickbait artists that just be saying stuff to rage bait. USA make the World Cup final. Would love that. Just saying. NCAA needs a governing body because this Wild Wild West style is just not making a lot of sense to me. Everybody's talking about, hey, Nick Saban go be the commissioner. Fine, I don't care. Just get somebody to do it. Bobby Fields died racing Davis Wesley. Yeah. I remember that one too. For me and my teams, can Jaylen Brown get his respect? The man's dropping like 30 a night, and people still act like he can't use his left
Just
hand.
as long as he don't got that enhancement spray on his
Hey
hand,
man,
he all
we passed that. Okay,
right.
we are past that. He's rocking
Jaylen
the,
Brown said, "Y'all have the mark of a champion on you."
which was a hilarious comeback to it all. But yeah, um,
Oh, the Rock, they
I remember
did.
that.
Damn, that's right.
Yes, I remember that. I had the big three that didn't. I gave Rondo credit all the time. Rondo and Doc Rivers and Ray Allen, they butted heads. Like Doc said, Rondo was the smartest guy on the court, and he knew it, and that made him stubborn a lot. And Ray Allen, I mean, yeah, but I loved Rondo. Playoff Rondo was a serious thing.
Lonzo Mourning and Grandmama. Yep.
Those
Classic.
Charlotte teams
Classic
are,
Charlotte.
yeah. Little Muggsy out there.
Oh, he was my size.
Muggsy gave a lot of people, Muggsy and Spud Webb gave a lot of, shorter players inspiration.
Wait, wasn't Muggsy? Isn't Muggsy 5'3"?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looked every bit of it on the court, too. Earl Boykins,
So there's still a chance I can play basketball somehow.
I mean, Earl Boykins was short, too. Robert Pack, Mark Price, Brent Price, Tim Legler. Oh, I mean, 3 and D.
Wait, that Legler?
Yeah, Tim used
Legler was, yeah.
Tim used to ball.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
Hold on.
legs.
Wait a damn minute.
Yeah. He had them 2 knee pads on, just launching threes.
I gotta find this out myself. Wait a minute. Tim
Boykins was
Legler.
5'5", could bench press 300. Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, I miss
yes.
Aldridge too. Aldridge was my guy too.
Kevin Johnson. Yeah, Legler did win a 3-point contest.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Legler
Tom
from the Philly
Chambers.
area.
I'm finna find something. So wait, cause like I'm confused. I always grew up thinking, well, he played when I wasn't alive.
Yeah. Legler could ball.
I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta see this for myself. Cause
Mm-hmm.
out of all the analysts that I watched, I did not know Tim Legler.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just Perk and Richard Jefferson now.
Well,
Yeah,
those
Perk.
two I saw play.
Yeah, Perk, Richard Jefferson. I mean, Grant Hill's an analyst. Steve Kerr was an analyst, but he played as well.
Right.
Trusty, who else are
Why
analysts
does
now?
he
Of
look
course
the
you got-
same?
Of course, you got Dirk, UD,
Yeah,
Melo,
Dirk UD, Blake,
Blake.
Melo, Jamal Crawford. People forget Shaq is from the '92 draft class
Number one. When he number one pick that year?
out of
Legs could
LSU.
shoot. Wait a minute.
Candace Parker.
Yeah, legs can shoot. Legs can fill it up.
Wow.
Yep. Doris Burke played ball too. Yep.
Well, she showed it that one time. She had the mic and she showed off the handles. You're like, okay, all right, Doris, you're just out here showing off now. But my other ones, yeah, Jaylen Brown, respect. Vrabel, lifetime contract. And can my boy Joe Mazzulla get some Coach of the Year love? I get it. He's crazy. He's, whatever. But what he's doing with that team and the players that he has to utilize night in and night out, they're third in the East. If you didn't think Joe Mazzulla was a good coach, he's shown it this year.
First of all, him and Vrabel need to get away from each other. They're
I
hell
love it.
away from each other.
I love that those
They
two
hang.
are so tight.
You can tell that they hang around each other.
Uh-huh.
You can tell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just two
Because those two
psychopaths.
franchises always, with the Patriots and Celtics, because they're both the winner teams, they always kind of intersect. So it was only a matter of time that those two are going to become,
Buddies.
yeah. And they have the same similar coaching styles because Vrabel's got crazy in them too. Missoula's just more open with it. It's just, yeah. But Browns having the season I knew he would have. Salute. Yeah. Yeah, Mo, I will give you credit. You did say that you thought Jalen Brown's going to have a good year. But all the people who were like, oh, they're going to tank because they don't Tatum, no. Not happening. All right, Jory.
So my sports resolutions for 2026. All of the whiny NBA players should probably consider retirement. The old whiny ones.
Yes. Yeah.
You know which couple I'm talking about.
Well, yes, I know one of them is a Laker.
I feel like instant replay for roughing the passer penalties needs to become something. Chaos is not a notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And stop scheduling Dallas for primetime games so damn often. Give other teams a chance. I'm sick and tired of seeing the Cowboys stink up my Sundays and Mondays.
They're America's team.
Mo, I really wanted to rip in LeBron, but the thing wouldn't let me. It really would not let me rip him. So he needs to retire.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing on my resume. Y'all know I'm sick and tired of LeBron. The man has been playing since I was 2.
Yep.
I will be 25 in a month. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of his flopping. I'm tired of his fakeness. He's just so inauthentic. He's a crybaby. I'm tired of him.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is Amy Adams, after she did what she did and released that statement, should actually attempt to run the Tennessee Titans like a functional, competent franchise for once. This little stupid ass collaborative approach shit that she had for the past 5 damn years was nothing but a bunch of BS.
Mm-hmm.
Collaborative approach. What you mean collaborative approach means you're going to fire the GM and then fire the head coach and then fire the GM and then fire the head coach and then everybody got to damn go. No, that ain't no collaborative approach. That is dysfunction. That is executive dysfunction. And that is somebody who that is coming from somebody who has ADHD, which is a disorder for executive dysfunction. I know what it looks like. I know exactly what it looks like. Now that you done restructured the goddamn front office for the billionth time in 5 fucking years, let it go. Leave it be.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
There is something. You have something with this quarterback that you just drafted. Do not fucking ruin it. And Borgs, I know Mike Borgonzi is going to be the one choosing this head coach.
Yep.
If he chooses Matt Nagy, pitchforks.
Jury really crash out every week. You thought it was bad with Callahan?
My God.
But I feel like if you want to go with an established guy like that, you better just go with Mike McCarthy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have McCarthy over Nagy.
Yeah.
And let McCarthy handle that. Keep Denard Wilson and Bones Fossil. Keep the defensive coordinator. Keep the special teams coach. Jeffrey said he wants to keep Denard. Give that man an extension and keep Denard. And get the offense up together. And stop all of this front office BS because there's talent on this roster.
Mm-hmm.
There is talent. And another resolution that just slipped. Tavondre needs to stay his ass in shape.
Yeah.
I am like, bruh, stay your ass in shape.
I mean, he should.
Do you need?
If he wants to be serious, he should hang with Jeffrey this offseason because Jeffrey lost weight last offseason. Get on the Jeffrey plan.
Jeffrey and JC Latham lost weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched highlights from where Jeffrey was a little bit bigger. He was still good, but he's faster now. And that's a problem. And for the love of God, do not hire another head coach named Brian. And unless it's
So
Mike
Brian
McCarthy,
Callahan did it for you for Brian's all over the world.
Yes.
So you don't want Brian Flores?
No. No.
I appreciate that 3D.
No. I mean, I would prefer Brian Flores, but he's gonna have to go by his middle name. What is Brian Flores' middle name? Look, I don't want Brian. I'm done with Mike's.
Dang. You don't.
Well, that means you can't get Mike
Mike
McCarthy
ain't
then.
do nothing to you. He just got fired.
I'll take Mike McCarthy, but McCoy can get out.
I mean, the McCoy thing, he was just a placeholder. So, yeah.
That conservative ass bullshit. And the thing is, Cam played better than he did under Brian Callahan. Brian Flores' middle name is Francisco. He will be going by Francisco if he gets my head coaching job.
Francisco Flores. That is hilarious.
He won't be Brian if he's the head coach of my team. Look, I'm done. I'm done with the Bryans.
I'm not going to lie. I did not know Bieniemy was the Bears running backs coach.
Yeah, he's the Bears running backs coach. He was
I did not
tuning
know
them
that.
in the preseason. I mean, in training camp.
Last I remember, he got fired from UCLA, and I was just like, oh, okay. Okay. He's back in the league.
And folks need to stop naming their kids Mike and Brian.
All right.
Look.
All right. Those are resolutions for 2026. Final burn MVPs from 2025. These, I mean, self-explanatory. MPJ, the minute he started getting behind the microphone, he became final burn material.
The second he started opening his mouth.
Yeah, Draymond Green, because he just can't get out of his own way. And he has his moments, as he calls them. LeBron, you already know why. Jory's done with him. He needs to go. Perk, because Perk thinks Perk is the greatest NBA player that ever lived. That's Perk's problem.
Perk
just be
on bullshit.
Elle Duncan probably the reason why she left ESPN. Perk with that stupid line.
Yeah, exactly. He said that shit, and then 2 weeks later she dipped.
Oh man! Look, the thoughts that got to be running through Perk's head 24/7. They should be studied. And then Micah. Micah was another one where Micah started talking. I think it really started with the scoreboard comment from last year. That's where it started, yeah.
And then it progressively got worse.
Yeah. He is. You got to give Perk that. He's a character.
He's an idiot.
I mean, well, it started off, people liked, his little country sayings, and then, yeah.
He was better when he had Shannon to play off of him with.
That's true.
To be honest. Because them two could play off of each other. But Shannon actually could be objective when it comes to basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Perk cannot.
Yeah. But now they stick him with, Richard Jefferson, who's worried about his, unbuttoning his shirt and all that kind of stuff. That stuff used to kill me. Like, Rich, we get it. You love yourself. Not every day.
He still looks like handsome Squidward, so
Uh, well, Dig Stuff was late. These are people who were final burn all year last year.
They was
All
on the
year.
burn list every other week.
every other week. Because they either said something or did something, or they just really irked my nerve.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm missing a couple of other people that could have made this list. But those are the main 5.
Yeah, those are the main ones.
That they would have burned. They would have burned from 2025.
And Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget
Yeah,
that
Stephen
North
A. probably
Carolina
won.
having ass.
Yeah. But his daughter is hilarious.
She
I
needs
love
to
her.
be on more.
Now, first burns of 2026. Jordan will let you go first.
Sauce Gardner. Sir, you really think people are going to sit there and read that poorly written, grammatical error-filled paragraph that says absolutely nothing? Just typing words, using your thumb muscles that you probably don't know the name of, for no reason, just to delete it.
Mm-hmm.
He said a bunch of nothing. First of all, the Jets were 1-7 when you left. You went to the Colts, and guess what the Colts record is since they got you? 1-7.
That is so crazy to me.
You've been hurt, and when you can't get away with being grabby and handsy, you're toast.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Sauce.
Blue having a doggy dream.
Like, come on, Sauce. Actually, no, Ahmad.
Right. I haven't called him Sauce in a minute. He got to get that name back for me.
And we went on Anthony. We went in on Anthony Edwards earlier. Be professional.
Yeah.
Now this whole thing about Rich Paul and LeBron, this is the one. This might come off as tinfoil conspiracy.
Okay.
But they're doing this shit to cause a distraction. Both of them. Because everybody's coming to the conclusion that the Lakers are better without LeBron, and he can't stand that. And then now he's doing little things, putting things out there like Rich Paul is talking to the Mavericks. What the hell do the Mavericks got that we want? The one thing that they did have, we got already.
Daniel Gafford.
No.
I mean, I'd rather Gafford in the middle.
I'd rather have Gafford than Ayton.
Actually, I really would have Gafford than Ayton. Anything
you
is
get
better
Gafford,
than
you
Ayton.
get PJ Washington. I don't know what else.
AD's hurt. Granted, he would love to be in LA, but I'm also trying to get rid of his best friend, and that's not feasible.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them. Go to hell. And stop causing distractions. Go directly to hell. Do not pass $200. Do not pass go. Do not collect the $200. Get the hell off my squad. Take your son. I don't give a damn if you move out of the state of California. I don't even live there. I just don't want you on my squad. Causing all of this discourse. And JJ, you getting mad. You say a little petty shit because JJ called you out. Man, you ain't bigger than a program. Motherfucker, you ain't the program. You are not the program. The program is Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Fool. Know your place now. You are 41 years old and about to retire. You do not get to pull strings and say little slick shit. And then have your agent put out there that he's talking to the Clippers and the Mavericks. The fuck is you talking to the Clippers for?
I mean, you
what are they going to do?
Clippers.
Go join their dinosaur field roster because it will fit you perfectly.
They old
ass.
Yeah.
And you'd be the oldest thing walking in that building.
Acho had a good run in 2025.
He sure did.
Acho, RG3 too. They had strong burn years.
They sure did. Because I've been burning. and Shady too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I knew there was a couple I was missing. I said RG3, I got his ass a couple of times. Good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still going in. Wait a minute. Let's hard left. He's still on Twitter talking about love shouldn't be about a color. The only person who cares about the color of their wife is you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you search in that man's Twitter talking about milk, how many goddamn tweets are you gonna find?
Way too many. Yeah, he's way more obsessed about it than anybody else. It's
The
crazy.
problem people have with Robert Griffin III is when he's being unnecessarily harsh on black women,
Mm-hmm.
he's not there's some gray area that he doesn't take into account.
Right.
That's why people don't like RG3. Because he's a sellout. And for him to continue to talk about love is love and color and da 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 da, okay. Nobody cares.
Mm-hmm.
And out your pretentious ass pronouncing every single last word and every single last pronunciation and every single last syllable to make him sound intelligent. It's not working with his stupid ass. And then him and Shady went at it too. That was hilarious. That actually was hilarious. The fact that he even made up said they had to fight after that.
Yep.
And then they made up.
And Shady deserved to be on the MVP list because he said a lot of stupid shit this year too.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to question why Eagles fans were starting to turn on Shady, but then I realized I'm like, he's not an Eagle. He's an Andy Reid person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is an Andy Reid person. And as soon as he said, y'all can take me out of the Hall of Ring of Honor, I'm like, you airhead cornball motherfucker.
You already know how I felt. He was on my list that week when he said that. And this was what I said. Deuces, you can go.
Yeah.
You gonna go in there and demanding Jeffrey Lurie. You don't get out of here.
Who are you? And the rings that you have, you did barely anything for.
Nothing.
Like, come on. And Damian Harris. You done forgot where the hell you came from. He has forgotten where he came from. I don't want to talk about the game right now. I need 10 business days. Get at me in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Damian Harris. All freaking year, you've been hypercritical of Alabama, but you don't come back and support them. You don't come back to the school and help them out. So you're just sitting on TV spewing BS. Stay there. I hope somebody take a damn hammer to your handprints, fool. You have handprints at Bryant Denny because you were a captain.
Mm-hmm.
He was a captain. You had the honor of having your hands in concrete outside of the stadium under the Walk of Champions. Somebody should take a damn hammer and bust that shit up. Jesus Christ. Like, you don't know how to be critical without supporting your guys at the same time. And you didn't say anything. Damian Harris was quiet as a goddamn mouse when Alabama beat Oklahoma. Quiet. Then the second, you see what I'm talking about? See, that's why you got caught from behind 5 damn times in Crimson, fool. Weren't that fast enough. And that's why your career in New England played out the way it did. I can't stand with former players. I can't stand him. I can't stand McElroy. And it's a couple others.
Yeah.
You will forget McElroy went to Alabama, and I watched his ass play.
All right. Okay. All right. 2026 off with a bang. Keith.
These two. Dumb and dumber. Which one's which? It don't matter. I mean, you know, I was already on these two anyway. But Buffalo game is what took me over, and then the comments afterwards is what made them go in this place. The second half, we didn't do nothing but 17 yards in the whole second half. And what are we jumping up and down for on the play for? What are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? And then they get in, they just, no. The reason why Petrulio is on this, he's always on my list the whole season. Reason why he's really up here. They asked him about the running game. And I quote, he said we was running just to run. What? We were running to run? We were running to run. And this is what our formula looks like on offense. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. And y'all can tell me if I'm wrong if y'all watch the Eagles games. Run Saquon up the middle. Deep ball to A.J. Brown. Good job, defense.
Mm-hmm.
Occasional moon ball to Smitty.
Yeah.
He gets Smith down the field wide open because that's Smitty's route. He can catch them all day long. Run Saquon up the middle. We gonna run Saquon up the middle. Oh, it's second and 16. What are we doing? We gonna run the ball. Running the ball. What are we doing? Right, and then Sirianni's looking at A.J. Brown like coming into the locker room. A.J. like, what are you doing? Now you see why on my resolution list, I just want some type of accountability, some type of competence. I just want some smart people. That's all I want. And then they asked Nick, oh, well, you know, you're the head coach. You had an opportunity to change the play. And what he said, the noise he made, what do you mean? If you didn't like it, you could have changed it. You the head coach.
That's the exact same shit that we were talking about with Harbaugh last week when he said that dumb crap about Derrick Henry and da-da-da-da. You knew Derrick Henry should have been running the ball in the fourth quarter. You are the head coach. Yep. You were letting Monken sit over there and call those Willy Wonka, Mickey Mouse ass plays when it's not necessary.
Yeah. I mean, problem with Harbaugh is the camera always catches him when he's just standing there and you swear there's nothing going on in his head and he forgets where he is. And then something will happen, he'll snap really quickly, and then he goes back to that.
That dumbass Harbaugh face.
Because I agree. When they asked him, you know, why wasn't Henry out there? Well, if we had to do it again, Henry would be out there. Like, you can't say that when it's a game you needed to win. But, hey, Harbaugh is Harbaugh, and Sirianni is the Ryan Day of the NFL. Look, Ryan Day is a fascinating study, too. That man was going to lose his job until Ohio State won the national championship last year. That's crazy. And then now he's sitting home this year because they lost. But yeah.
And he still might lose his job soon.
I don't know. It's tricky. All right. I'm going at Texas. Social media. The minute Alabama lost, Texas Longhorn fans came out of the woodwork off the top rope laughing at Alabama. And I was like, you know what? Sure. Alabama got beat. I get it. They got beat pretty badly. Sure. What we're not going to do is act like Indiana's not a good team. Like, Signetti with his facial expressions, part of me thinks it's an act, but it works. There's no way he's that grumpy all the time, but whatever. Mendoza, Heisman Trophy winner. They're one of the best teams defensively, one of the best offenses. Okay, Alabama lost them. Fine. But these Texas fans out here acting like we would have done better. We should have been in the playoff.
They didn't even get to an SEC championship game. They can shut the fuck up disrespectfully.
But it's even more than that. They played Ohio State week 1. They lost. But they said, hey, it was a good loss. We're still a good team. Cool. You beat up on San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston. Nobody cares. You lose to Florida, who was a 4-win team all year. That is a problem. Then you come off of that and you struggle to beat. No, you beat Oklahoma. Good win. I'll give you credit. Then you go back to back and you win the ugliest overtime games against Kentucky and Mississippi State, who were god awful this year. Then you barely beat Vanderbilt. You get an opportunity against Georgia where you could have made a statement and got yourself into the playoff. You get run all over by Georgia. And then you end with Arkansas or whatever. I feel like that stretch against Kentucky and Mississippi State, why y'all didn't make it? Plus, you weren't necessarily one of the best teams in the SEC. And all year, all we talked about was how overrated Archie Manning was. There's a reason why Archie Manning's going back to school. He wasn't that good this year.
No.
So, who's to say Indiana wouldn't have beaten y'all by more? And look, they're feeling themselves because they beat Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. It was a down year for Michigan. So
congratulations. They won a cookie.
But it's just like the way that they were just like laughing it up. And when Georgia lost, they came back out of the woodwork to make fun of Georgia. I'm like, Georgia beat y'all. And Georgia is a better team.
And Alabama beat Georgia. So Texas fans can shut the hell up.
But Texas feels like they've been wronged. And I'm like, y'all weren't even in consideration. The consideration was Miami or Notre Dame. Nobody mentioned Texas.
Sure did.
Nobody mentioned Texas. And y'all messed up when you tried to do all of that. Y'all messed up coming to the SEC. F y'all.
Well, that part was inevitable because Big 12 gets no respect, so Texas was never going to stay there. And Oklahoma was never going to stay there. So, and once again, that's NCAA needing a governing body to kind of stop all of this, but they don't, and this is what we get. Because I agree. Texas and Oklahoma have no business being in the SEC, but this is where we are in 2026. Same way, Rutgers doesn't deserve to be in the Big 10, but they got there for whatever reason.
Gotta remember, Texas has a lot of Cowboys fans.
And that is so true. The overlap is ridiculous. Two schools, well, I guess Texas last won a national championship, what?
Vince Young.
Brown?
When did Vince Young? Didn't he win that?
Because it wasn't 2009.
Yeah.
Since they would have been petty. Because they remember what happened in 2009. Don't you remember, Texas fans?
Vince Young was a while ago. You got to do something since then. Cowboys fans, we already know how long they've been waiting.
So, January 2006, Rose Bowl against USC. 41-31. Vince Young and a comeback victory.
Get Texas credit. One of the best college football games you will ever watch was that one. But
that was back with Lindell White.
I always thought Lindell White was going to have a better NFL career.
Yeah.
But he kind of got a little pudgy when he got to the NFL. Yeah, they beat Matt Leinart, Pete Carroll, Reggie Bush. Yeah. Those stacked USC teams. But
what they do in 2009?
What happened to 2009?
Lose to Alabama in the national championship game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, was
the Julio game.
Colt McCoy?
That was Colt McCoy. Julio was there. Mark Ingram was there. McElroy bitch ass was there.
Yeah.
Texas
Okay,
fans need to
we
really shut
learned
up.
we learned you don't like McElroy. That kind of surprised me, but then I get it because he does. When he's an analyst, he tries to make it seem like he's not an Alabama stan, so he likes to. I get it, sure. But yeah, I remember that Texas team. That's why I thought Colt McCoy was going to be okay. He was meh, but yeah, that's just all I had to say about Texas. Like, y'all need to take care of your own stuff. You know, get Archie Manning to the levels that y'all think he is.
Beat the
Not
teams you're
that good.
supposed to beat.
I mean, he's supposed to be can't miss number one. That dude was. The times I saw him play, nah. But at least he's making the right decision and staying in school. So good for him. That absolutely, Coach Sark, the man who a couple of weeks ago was like, "Hey, I'm willing to go to the NFL if anybody would want me." How about you fix Texas, and then worry about the NFL?
Don't nobody want no drunk ass Sark.
Sark is yes. I mean, look, Sark is living off of where'd he get his fame from?
He's living off of USC and revamping his career
Yeah.
at Alabama. He's living off of that.
Yeah, the Alabama years is what he's living off of. Yeah.
And I'm so sick and tired of these damn college football fans. Y'all hate Alabama until you need a coach.
Right? For as bad as people said, DeBoer, Michigan wanted him. So he couldn't have been that bad. Although
Michigan would have took the gum off somebody's shoe better than Sharon.
Oh, they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't get away from him fast enough. Which, yeah, he's still an idiot. But, yeah, that was my final word. And that's all we have for you. So, I guess before we get out of here, Jory, got anything you want to add? Let them know what you're working on before we get out of here.
I'm getting back into my podcasting groove. So, look forward to a new episode of Jory Sports Stories coming soon. I think tomorrow. And then sometime next week, I'm launching a new podcast called Colors That Change, where I talk about mental health and my journey. And I'll have that out sometime next week, too. So that's what a little bit I'm working on. And I'm working on some stuff for the articles, for the blog. So, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, so be on the lookout. Jory Sports Stories and Colors of Change. I feel like it'll be beneficial to check that one out for sure. I feel like Kirby Smart's a college guy. I feel like I can't see him
Some
as
people
an
just
NFL.
don't work in the NFL. I don't think he would be one of them.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. He'd be exactly what Dick Saban was to the Dolphins.
Yeah. I feel like at Georgia, yeah, they're down right now, but it's not going to take much to rebuild it.
I will say, if he don't get that discipline issue with some of these athletes that he got coming in there together, he will be out of it.
That's true.
UGA, like both UGA and Alabama, are kind of like considered step down from Ivy League. They don't want all that shit around them.
Right. Especially if you're not going to be winning championships.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Key, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
No, it's been a great start into the new year. Hopefully, things that continue to be great this year. So, yeah.
All right. Well, look, enjoy the football this weekend. Also, Unrivaled is back on Monday. So, check that out. Collier had, ankle surgery on both ankles?
She had to get both her ankles. It reminded me of Carson Wentz that year. It reminded me of Carson Wentz that year. How do you break two ankles?
Guess who is at the free throw line right now?
Oh, God.
SGA.
Yeah. No. Look, he's good at what he does. But yeah, check out the blog, check out the Discord, check out my channel, Chop at the Bit if you would like to. And yeah, that's all we got for you. So that's the first Passion and Precision of 2026. Make sure you come back next week to check out another episode. got Burns, some laughs, give you some information. We'll be talking NFL playoffs by next week. So
My team's been eliminated since week 2.
You'll probably get Jory's mood if the Ravens are in, if the Ravens are out. 2 different versions. If they're out, it's going to be a party. But yeah, and make sure you check out all the other shows here on the network as well. Greatly appreciate that. So enjoy the rest of enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the games. We'll see you next week. All right. Bye.